Hello and welcome 11 Commerce students. This is another important business studies class where I am going to continue with the chapter multinational company, that is MNC. The chapter is not completed yet. In my last videos I have explained up till the advantages or the benefits that multinational company provides. But in this class I am going to focus on the drawbacks or the limitations that the MNCs are having. That is, the multinational companies are having certain disadvantages too, and those disadvantages I am going to explain today. So today our topic is drawbacks, MNC, multinational companies drawbacks. These I am going to explain today one by one, the drawbacks. The drawbacks of multinational company can be summed up as, the first one is unfair exploitation of resources. Unfair exploitation of resources. We all know. Now, we all know that multinational companies earn enormous profit, huge and lump sum profit they earn. Now, in order to earn this profit, they usually what they do is they exploit the host countries. They exploit the host countries, and they doesn't look into the welfare of the host countries. They kind of tends to exploit their financial resources, and well-being of the people of the host countries are not their matter of concern. So this is their first drawback, is exploitation of resources. This point you have to explain as the first drawback. Second is distortion of economical structure. Second point. Is distortion of economical structure. This is the second point. Multinational corporations can damage the economical structure of the host country in various forms. They can provide backdated technology, they can provide trade deficit, then capital investment can be decreased in the host country because more capital investment is done already in the MNCs. So the home industries are not invested, money is not properly, or capital investment is not proper or ample or sufficient in the host industries, because MNC are getting maximum capital investments. So distortion of this tends to hamper, it tends to distort the economical structure of a host country, especially a weak country, where which especially not a weak country, we can say it as a developing country. Developing countries' economical structure can be hampered. So this is the second point. Third point is currency manipulation. Third point is a very important point, currency manipulation. Currency manipulation is there. Now, multinational companies accumulate funds in the countries that are safe with strong currencies and high interest rate. They build up assets in the strong currencies and debts in the weak countries. In this way, they manipulate, they deploy. Strong countries or developed countries become stronger, and weak countries become weaker. The developing countries become more weaker because they face the deficit, they face inflations, these type of deflations they face. So these kind of economical problems they always face. So currency manipulation of their currency, countries having a currency of high value and high interest rate, these MNC try to invest in those companies, whereas weaker company doesn't compete with them because their currency rate is very low, and that's why they face the maximum difficulties. So currency manipulation is another limitation of these kind of MNCs. Now coming to the next point, that is harmful to consumers. Most important point, this one. Harmful to consumers. Once the competitors are eliminated multinational stars exploiting consumers by raising prices and lowering the quality of products. They tends to create a monopoly, because in this competition the home countries, due to less branding or something like that, they are wiped out from the competition. They are not in the competition anymore. They don't participate in the they cannot participate in the competition. They are wiped out. And due to high branding, the MNCs exist now. They tends to sort of exploit the consumers. They sort of exploit the consumers by unnecessary hike of prices, unnecessary raising the prices, and lowering the quality of the products, the worth of the products, the value of the products are diminished, they are decreased, and price is increased. Thus they kind of exploit the consumers. Primarily they do not, but eventually they tries to do that. Next point is unholy business practices. This is another point of this drawbacks of financial management. Multinational companies often adopt unholy business practices by product differentiation, manipulation of market to maximization of global profits. Moreover, they indulge themselves in wrong business ethics. They don't follow the business etiquettes. They follow unfair trade practices, which is also hampering the market, hampering the consumer's interest. So black marketing, they indulge themselves in black marketing and stuff like that. So this is another important drawbacks of multinational company, that they follow the wrong ethics at times. They follow the wrong business policies at times to kind of be in the unfair trade practices, unfair trade policies they follow. Now, last point is political interference. Well, here, right. Point number 6 is, apart from this point, I repeat, you can go through other points also. Interferences. You can go with other points also, but I think these points are enough for you to write for a 6 marks or a 4 marks question. Our last point is unfair political interference. Multinational companies have immense financial resources and technological power. They can easily influence the decision-making power of a political party, which is the ruling party of the country. They may easily influence because they have immense financial power and immense technological power. With their power, they kind of tend to curb the economical structure. They try to influence the government policies. So political influences are always there. Political interference of these MNCs are always there. They try to influence the political parties who are ruling in the country and tries to change the tax structure and all that of a country. So these are the drawbacks the MNCs are having. Apart from these points, if you like to add some other points, you can go for it. But these are the important points that I have discussed today that you should include in your point while writing the limitations of MNC. So till then, goodbye. Wait for my next class.